Susie Q. Hi, J.E. I already walked my laps around the house this morning at 3. Maybe it was 3:30 for that. Yes, Willem and Mary Jane are both asleep. So what I've been doing as I pulled a lot of this. It was dirty wool, and so I pulled it and let all the dirt drop out. But I didn't pull it perfectly evenly. So I'm trying to pull it to make it pretty uniform. And this is just raw, well, it's fleece. I've washed the fleece. And then I picked it clean, mostly. There's still bits I didn't get. It's amazing how many bits. And then I rolled it up to get it easier to get through here. So I'm reaching it through, and then I'm checking it to make sure it's all the same thickness. And then I put the beater bar down. And I've gone, it's 39 inches long now. This is going to be, it could be for putting over a chair. I could fold it double or quadruple, double, and then have it as on the chair outside, or I could put it on the floor. It's very soft, and I'm finding that these using wool is so warm. It snowed last night. We got 4 inches. I walked around in it. Yeah, the morning is peeking through, isn't it? And it is so soft. So it's 39. I was going to do it square. I was thinking square, but I can use it for a lot more things if it's longer, and I can fold it over. You know, I can use it down in the teepee or on my chairs outside at the campfire if it's thicker and I fold it over. Or I can use it to cover a seat in the car. Or I can just put it on the floor. I think I'll do that once it gets dirtier. You know, once it gets older. Maybe. We'll see. My floors are usually pretty dirty because I walk with everything on them. Not very good at taking my shoes off when I come in all the time. See, I have to thicken it up. There's these thin areas. And I have to make sure it's not pulled, because when I wash it, it's going to try and shrink. And I don't want it to get narrow. Don't want there to be narrow areas. So you can't pull it. I'm just trying to make it so that when I push the beater bar, it's all the same thickness. So that looks pretty uniform there. And this is pretty good here. See, it all depended on how much dirt was in the fleece to how far I had to pull it to let stuff drop out. We had the best campfire last night. We even took food down and cooked on it. It was awesome. Potatoes and all those onion sprouts. Boy, it's getting light, isn't it? Almost time to go for another walk around the deck. I put all the motion sensor lights on when I walked earlier. It was so beautiful. The snow is like 3 or 4 inches and it's on the trees. Oh yeah, we've had another inch. Now it's 41 inches. I really love doing this, even though it's awkward, and it would be so much nicer if you could just throw the shuttle back and forth, get into a rhythm of that motion, which feels really good on your whole body. Fiona. Good morning. Ah. Yes, the blue glow from the snow. It's really pretty, isn't it? I just love it. What did you say? It's cold in Alabama. It may snow a little. Nice. I watch Cog Hill Farm on YouTube, and they are in Alabama. 25 Fahrenheit is what they had coming. 25. It's very interesting, Nancy. You are so talented. Well, I beg to differ. I just try different things that nobody does. Just think how warm it would be as a quilt. It would if I put two of them side by side. So it's just going to be, it could be used for covering a chair in the car, or folding over and putting in a chair when you're sitting outside, or maybe even making it into a poncho if I put two of them together or something. I don't know. I haven't really figured that out yet. Can you tell it's cold here too? You know, I was thinking, Ellen, that all you Wisconsin folks, you get the weather a few days before me. If it's warm there and cold here, I'll be getting your weather soon, so it'll be warm here soon. And then you said it was snowing, so you have a week of cold to come, so I guess we have a week to come after yours. But let's see, next week, hi Fiona, I love you. She just explained it a little bit ago. You can rewind and put your ear up to it. Oh, I'm sorry, it's so quiet. And oil. Used to say and oil, now it says and Ollie. Hi. Do you have a hobby, Ellen? Ellen does many things. She's a go-getter. So I'll explain it again. Cog Hill Farm, that sounds familiar, but I don't remember it. So I guess now, my next part is to make more of this. Take some more raw fleece or washed fleece. Most people use carders. Oops. Most people use carders, and they pull the wool on these two combs against each other, and they make all the strings long. Oh, bless your heart, Ellen. Yeah, tell us about your hobbies, Ellen. You probably already have, and I didn't remember it or didn't write it down. Or if I don't write it down, you know, I forget. It's kind of rude to have to reintroduce yourself to somebody all the time. This is a little too much there, but it just makes this nice feeling. It's really nice. Oh, good morning, Diane. Look at how blue it is. Isn't it lovely out there? So let's go check things out. Oh, wait. I have to stop the video because I'm changing things I'm doing now. That's very blue. White is blue. Can't tell it, but the house is clean. Oh, the soap did turn out in the end. Look what I did with those chains I put up here. Remember when I was tying them together? Look what they're for now. For this plant. This is a pumpkin plant. And I sprayed everybody with that stuff again. The bugs were still here. But now I think I've killed them all. I think they've fallen. They're now in this little bit of fluff there. It's not fluff. It's a well-contrived place for it. I've succeeded in making my thing very dirty, my window dirty. Let's look out here. So at 3:30 I came and I put those out, and I had cleaned my house with my blower. Look at all that new snow. Trampoline is covered. Cars are covered. And the tree is covered. It was really nice in the night because you could only see the trees close to the house. There's a chickadee in there, working away. Boy, you can get really close today. Why are we getting so close? That's amazing. I love it when the snow is on all the trees. Anyway, so it's nice to see you guys today, you girls. Is everybody a girl? I don't think so. Anyway, I watched a video I had made the other day. The one with Mary Jane making that apple stuff. I have to get a recipe for pie crust. I think you can make pie crust with gluten-free ingredients. I'll just have to figure out which ones. But not straight almonds. That was just like eating all that almond, like that much almond butter. I guess Willem must be dehydrating something. Maybe he's doing potatoes again. I don't know. He gets a gallon of dried potatoes from a 5-pound bag, or maybe it's a 10-pound bag of potatoes. Yeah, 10-pound bag. Well, it looks like I'm gonna, next week, I babysit the children 4 days in a row, and they have 2 sleepovers. And then I think I'm done on Friday, and Saturday morning, so Friday night I'll have to go to Ottawa and sleep over there, and then plug you up all that nut flour. That's right. Yeah, I really overate yesterday. I was watching that video thinking, oh my gosh, I'm big. I don't look like skinny Nancy anymore. That's no fun. I want to be skinny Nancy again. I look pretty chunky at the moment. So I gotta stop eating all this stuff. Go back to my veggies and hummus. Romaine hearts and hummus. Just sit there and eat that all day. It's good. Anyway, I've given up eating now. I've lost some teeth out of my denture. Guess you don't need to see that, looking in the mirror here. Being too hard on myself. I made bacon at 9 o'clock last night, a whole pack of it, and cut it in. I cut the whole pack so it was thirds. All the pieces, and then they all got little, and Mary Jane had 2 or 3 of them, and Willem had a handful, and I had the rest. Needless to say. And after that, I dipped dates in peanut butter. I don't know how much of that I ate. I didn't even count how many calories I was over. A handful of peanuts, well, a cup of peanuts or nuts is 1,000 calories. So you got that, the day is shot. There was some stuff on the cashews that we put into I brought them down for Mary Jane to eat, but they were peppery and spicy. They had stuff on them, and so she thought we should put them in with the potatoes, and so we did. It made it nice, tasty, but it got really thick, and I wasn't sure if it was the thickness because it was potatoes, or if it was so thick because it was something in the nuts like flour, which is very possible. Anyway, so I ate that, and that always makes me feel bloated, you know. Anyway, so it turns out, so what's going to happen, I guess? I, I prayed about it, and I wasn't sure. But anyway, it looks like the plan is they're going to come today, and they're going to work, Willem is going to work with my daughter-in-law, and they're going to figure out, because we've already got a ticket, we just need to change the date, so they'll work together on that. And you know it's only $350 to go to Holland? That's amazing. That's round trip. No, 700 round trip. That's not much. It used to cost $2,500. When I married Willem, 35 years ago, it cost a fortune to go there. Of course, in 1 minute on the phone was like $7. I had a phone call with his brother once, chatting away, and it was like $150. Times have changed, eh? People think we have everything is so expensive now. It's not. Anyway, but it's the stuff you don't need that's gotten less expensive, right? I don't know. I find once I start eating, I keep eating. And especially in the evening, like I should have gone to bed at 9. I shouldn't have eaten peanut butter and whatever and made bacon. Like if I just go to bed, I'm done. I don't need it. It's just that I'm sitting there in front of the TV and I want to do something. And then instead of knitting or something, I'm eating. But even if I'm... oh well, sometimes I don't care. I have this Oxymel, and if I drink that, I'm not hungry at all. Like I wasn't hungry down there for that potato dinner, and yet I ate it. I really wasn't hungry. Isn't that a pretty view? Does anybody have a wraparound deck? Am I the only one in the world? Other people must have them. Seems like in the South we had wraparound decks on the old houses with a shade over the top of the whole thing. But I don't want to have to get off of the deck to be able to look straight up at the sky, so this deck has no roof. I think that's a good thing. Not before sleeping. I don't know. My dreams... I don't know. I dreamed. Can't remember what it was about, but they weren't bad. I like dreaming. I enjoy my dreams. It's like I get to go play. Not a care in the world. That's retirement living. Not a care in the world. So anyway, I keep changing my subject. So I got to babysit next week for 4 days, and then I go sleep over in Ottawa that night, or maybe Willem will drop me off that night. And then we fly out on the next morning, which is Saturday, and we're there until the following Sunday, I think. Oh, your husband is a night eater. Yeah, you know, watching, and Willem's YouTube stuff has commercials on it, and they showed sausages, and all of a sudden I wanted sausages. And I knew, like, the marketing, what was going on, and how influenced I was by what I had just seen. And then I couldn't find sausages, so I found bacon. I was expecting that everybody would eat some, but I ended up with most of it. Anyway, so we're going to fly to Chicago. Now, I was born in Chicago, lying in hospital. And my father went to the University of Chicago there for his PhD. And while he was there, we lived in Hyde Park. And the apartment building that we lived in Hyde Park, I want to go see it. We're going to have a rental car, and I'm going to be taking Zane to the museums. Well, I want to go and see where I lived. I mean, that was 62 years ago. we left. So we lived there for 2 years. It would really be interesting to go there. I wonder if anything would trigger my memories. You know, if I could walk down the sidewalk nearby or walk around the block and see if I remembered anything about it. What would really be neat would be to see the inside of an apartment if they were all about the same, and to see if you know, you'd have to imagine yourself really little walking around and crawling around, so the only thing that would matter was the floor and up about 2 feet. Let's see if I remembered anything from there. Wouldn't that be interesting? But I did look it up on Google Earth once. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stay there for a week with them, and then I will fly from Chicago to Holland and meet Willem in Holland. Really don't feel like going to Holland, but I should go to Holland. But he wants to be there on the 20th because there's a reunion, and 15 people from his high school class have signed up. He hasn't seen any of them since he was in high school. He keeps in touch with one of them, I think. I have no idea who it is, though. I guess I should have a contact list to know who I should contact when we pass. We're getting to that age now where we need to know those details. Also, I was looking at myself yesterday, and I was wearing these same clothes, and my hair looked so bad. It was like in chunks. I haven't showered for a while because Mary Jane's got the bathroom upstairs, and our bathroom downstairs, the shower doesn't work, so I haven't washed my hair for a while. I'll do it today, but I didn't want to crowd out her bathroom, right? Anyway, so the Holland trip is 2 weeks long, and I think 2 weeks is too much for me to be there because I'm bored really quickly. I have to have a lot to do. And I think 1 week will be plenty for being there. I'll go for walks. We're staying at the Delta Hotel, which is on the Maas River. Probably shouldn't say that. Whatever. The chance of somebody watching this video all the way through is pretty slim. People watch these for 3 or 4 minutes. They come in at this part, come out. Anyway, so we've only got 3 people here now. I wonder who they are. Diane, Ellen, and Susie Q. And End Oil, and Oli. And Fiona. No, but see, there's not 5 anymore. And Susie Q. Scott. So Diane, Ellen, and Susie Q. And End Oil, he probably only came for a few minutes. And Fiona, I don't know how long Fiona would have stayed. So that's 4, 5 people. And that's everybody that's been here, isn't it? Oh, and J.E. was here. That's 6 people. 2 thumbs ups. I gotta notice these things. I don't know why. Anyway, so that's the way the plan is kind of looking right now. But when I pray about it, I'm not sure if I should go to Chicago. But, like, they're the ones that need me. Like, they both have a job, the full-time jobs, and they have to work. And she's got meetings. She's gone to the head office in Chicago. And you know, my grandson is going to be in a hotel room. You know, he'll sleep in. He loves to sleep. He'll sleep until 11 or something. But it's Chicago, so it'll be 10. You know, right now he's used to getting up early in the morning to go to school, but given the chance, he sleeps late. And they stay up late and play after she works. Then they play together. That's their time. Anyway, so they really need somebody to take care of him. I mean, he could be on his screens all afternoon, which is probably just fine, but his mom would like him to go to the museums and learn things. She wants him to be well educated. She wants him to be stimulated with knowledge. But, you know, if I'm taking him to the museum, that would be kind of cool because I won't have to wait for somebody.
somebody else that wants to see it all. Like, she likes to read every item on every card on everything. And so, that's not always fun for the people that are waiting. But if it's just he and I, then if it's just he and me, if it's just me, if it's just he and me, if it's just us, then I can leave when I want to. Oh, I don't need any new wool. I have so much wool. I have, 20 or 30 fleeces I've got? I have enough wool. But, I thought I should do one video on all the things I'm using the wool for. It's really cool. I'm using it to block a hole in the wall, like that goes in under the roof. It's, what do they call it? A crawl space or something? Yeah, anyway, I've using it to block that. I've used it to fill in around the door where it was the crack in the door. I've used it in the freezer on top of the food, lots of pillows of it, which are keeping because the lid of the freezer is pretty bad. I'm using it there. I'm making this thing out of it. I've got it on the chair in my A-frame. I've just got raw fleece pulled. Well, it's cleaned, but it's just pulled and cleaned, and it's just on the chair. I've also got straw on the chairs. I really like sitting on straw. It's much more comfortable than sitting on a cold plastic chair. I never feel cold on the straw. Funny, eh? And what else have I used it for? Oh, I've used it for pot holders. Yesterday when we were there, I took 2 chunks of it, and that was my pot holders for the getting the stuff off the fire. I've also used it to move logs in the fire, as pot holders. I stick it in my pockets and put my hands in there, and it's warm. I stick it in my gloves, and then I stick my fingers in the middle. I have to fluff it up now and then. And there's some in my thumb. It's amazing the stuff you can do with fleece. It's really a multi-purpose thing. Like, it's here on the floor. This one is not, it's not ready yet. It's still kind of dirty. But isn't that a beautiful piece? Like, I just love this. I want to do more with it. I want to use the needles and felt it so that it won't have holes in it like that. Just felt it all in place. The belly of the sheep and the legs become a big mess, but you could, felt that together. I'm just amazed at the Lord gave us, He gave us He gave us lumber. Hi, little miracles. Just felt sections with my hands. Well, like putting it together. Like if I just use needles to attach right there, a line right there. I mean, I can't really, I'd have to wet it and do all that stuff. It's much quicker. See, I've still got chunks. This is burdock. But the time to do that is as soon as you're thinking about it. Like right now I'm sitting here, and this would be the time to get it out and do that. And the thing about wool is stuff falls through it. Look at how dirty it is under here. Like this is what's come on top of it and has gone through. Isn't that amazing? Of course, probably some is from it. But it's really a diverse thing. It's just amazing that we have, if all you had was fleece, I've made pillows out of it, right? I have these 2 awesome pillows. I made a rug out of it that was a rug, and now it's covering the car seat. What have I done to my hand? Must have been something that happened at the campfire. Good thing it doesn't hurt. Good thing I didn't get do soap and have that while I was making soap. Anyway. I'm lending it to a fellow at church. He's recently divorced, and he's trying all kinds of new things, and you can often get food marked down, right? So it looks like he's going to try and, I don't know, can things. No, it's not a burn. That is real blood. Blood, guts, and gore. Blood, guts, and gore. I hear a sound. A rumble. My hearing is really gone. But I think that's the snowplow. It's really deep out there. Look at that. I mean, 4 inches is not deep, but... Ew. Oh, that was my hand. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I've been having fun weaving. I should probably felt this while we're talking about it. I was thinking what I need to do is spread it out on a table. I guess I could do it on this table here. I'm supposed to finish sewing that blouse. I started it. But that's the time to do it, right? Is when you're thinking about it. Let's turn on some lights in here. I love having a lot of light. Oh, so it looks like Willem has moved my stuff. That was a good idea, darling, but it's not going to work. Stuff all has to go back to the store. Purchases. Art of Thinking. We should read that, shouldn't we? A vibrant book by an inspiring teacher. This goes to the car. Mary Jane is leaving today. Sad, eh? I learned about turkeys. Brown feathers and black feathers. Guess there's more to learn about the turkeys that I haven't learned yet. This is Mary Jane's. See, I could do that. I think this is supposed to go in here. Sorry. Gotta plug you up. Can't be delinquent about these things, you know? And I think this way down. No, that's the way. Okay. Let me see if I can get that fleece. Are you turned the wrong way? Sorry about that. Okay, let's see what we can do here about this fleece. this is perfect, you know. This is a really good idea. Now I'll go get those needles. See, a big section of it is perfect. This whole section, and that's the tail place, so I could put another piece in there. Yeah, let's go get our pliers. Let's go get our needles. Where's that turnaround thing? Had it there? There we go. Hi, Grateful. Air is good medicine to heal the scratch. Clean it up with some soap and water, put peroxide on it too. Put Neosporin or some petroleum jelly on that sore cut, Nancy. A Band-Aid would be good too, just a wound. Oh well, North American Wildlife. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so let me go get your stand. That would be better. I've gotten this so I can figure out how to take care of you now. I have to take care of you. You're my people. Oh, my peeps. So the mainstream media is not covering this people's convoy. I was trying to find it on the news. I couldn't find it anywhere. I thought that was very weird. Okay, so this thing can go up, right? Okay, I'll have to turn you around. Put you back on there. This one? Alright, so that doesn't seem to do anything, but this one probably is the one. I can't turn it. I'll need a knife or something. Oh, look at that. Huh, who would have thought? You're going to be so high up, you're going to feel like you're hanging from the rafters. We love to laugh, loud and long and clear. We love to laugh, so everybody can hear. Some people laugh with their noses. Something like this. Okay, there we go. Some people laugh through their teeth, goodness sakes, hissing and sizzling like snakes. Okay, let's see if this works. Loud and long and clear. This is so cool. We love to laugh. So, but this thing, something wrong with this thing. Oops, with this thing here. it wants to go on tight and crooked. It doesn't want to tighten straight. Oh, wait, but there's this thing in the back. That's not a slot screwdriver. It's getting worse every year. Okay, ha. That's great. It's fixed now. What's this for? Who knows? Okay. Do you have your foam rubber to poke the poke needle into? I think I'm not going to do it that way. Oh, it's not bleeding anymore. It's been dry for 12 hours or something. We won't worry about things like that. We should worry more things like that, where you fall on the floor. Didn't want to stop streaming. Okay, so there we go. That's good. So what I think I'll do is I'll take the needle and I'll go sideways. So I won't need to do that. See, look, see that holds together. That's pretty quick, eh? Look at that. Hand felting is not going to be nearly as quick. Like this can all be done in just a few minutes. See that? See, this is the neck and this is the tail. So I can bring these two. This is the front haunches. I can bring these together. I do have a tool that holds 4 needles at the same time. And I did come across it not too long ago, but I don't know where. Now you could just hold them together in your hand. Or maybe you could take a piece of styrofoam. So if I hold them together like that, see how quickly that goes? See, look at this. This is coming together. Let's carry on here. That's pretty cool. Look at that whole bottom thing. Look at that. It's all one piece now. I mean, that's the tightest part of it there. Oh, you should be plugged up. I get distracted and forget these things. Okay, now look at this part. Oh, this is all opened up. See, but this part at the back, that's nicely closed up. Now, it's possible you have to add some. See that crack there? You see that? So we'll get behind this, we'll put them together, and we're holding at the top. We're going to do the bottoms together so that we're not going to stick ourselves. Every time it goes in, it grabs. It grabs some of those little teeth. You see there's 4 teeth? See those teeth there? Anyway, it grabs each one of those teeth grab a piece of fleece, one little thread of fleece, and it pushes it through. And so it's just like sewing it, except you don't have to do it that way. You have to make sure you always keep your hands away from where you're aiming your needles. Wow, look at that. Well, that's really made a difference there. Wow, it's all staying together. See, don't you think this is faster than hand felting it, like with water? You don't have all the mess. So each one of these fleeces has a patch like this. And so if I felt them together like this, then, and if I have all the extra on the edges that, that you really can't do much with. But I'm thinking I can do a lot with all of it. But if I felt each of these, then I have these beautiful pieces, and some of them are huge. Some of these fleeces are like an elephant-sized fleece. I should sit in a chair to do this, I guess. I think if you took a piece of styrofoam and passed it through there, you could probably have a little handle for it. I have a piece of it in the garbage, I believe. Oops. See if I can do that. Isn't it going to be great? Where'd that needle go? Here it is. All right, I'm going to go get a piece of styrofoam out of the garbage. I could use a parasol. So what if I were to pass each of these through? There we go. And now I could just hold this. Now see this stuff here, I think this is, I don't think I should really felt this in. I think this is all, I should pull this off. I mean, I could, but I think it's going to take a lot of felting, and I'm not going to get as good a product. So I think I'll remove this stuff here. And then this I will pull apart and weave with. I think that's what I'll do with that. And so now let's see what we have here. So this is, let's see about felting this in. This is good. And then you see I can wash it and rub the top with soap and water. You know, I think it might be good to put a second piece of styrofoam on here. Because they seem to be bending out of place pretty well.
There we go. There. Now hold it like that. And what did you say? It said, of course, when you're finished, I don't mean for you to be going back and forth like to be doing a run around. No, no worries. Don't you love when you're on a creative roll? Thank you. Take care with washing your hands with soap and water for now. At least the little cut gets a little more better healed than it is now. No worries, just wash your hands a little more with soap and water, especially if you've been doing anything with dirt and stuff or going out in the air. Okay, so here we are. So this is my new thing. That's all nicely stuck together. This is wonderful. I do love creating. I just love it. Okay, so this is the big hole that was from the tail. Oh, this needs to go together. You really have to pick it up and hold it, because otherwise it doesn't seem to want to go where you want it to go. And this fleece, this one is not very dirty. There's not a whole bunch of straw in it or anything. A large burdock here. It's pretty thin here on the edges.
finger. What do you think? This is pretty cool, eh? See, I don't bring it all the way out. If I bring it all the way out, then I'm going to stick myself every time I have to go back in. So I just push it back and forth just a little bit where it's already in there. So I still have to fill that tail in. beautiful. So this is the top, and that's the bottom. Try and keep it so that it's the same. This handle works really well because I just have to just touch that with my finger. Well, look at that. I think that's pretty good. This is really coming along. Can you see the progress on this? Look at that. Look at how it's staying together. It's amazing. sounds like a beaver chewing. Just what they sound like. Oats, peas, beans, and barley grow. Oats, peas, beans, and barley grow. Whether your mother will let you or no. Oats, peas, beans, and barley grow. Goes all the way back to here. Actually, it sounds like mice eating in the walls. That's where I've heard that sound. I wonder if you could brush this with carding paddles. With carders, I guess that's what they're called. Wow. This is amazing. Ouch. Okay, shall we lift it up and see what it looks like? Look at that. Wow, that's good. Well, I see a few little spots that could use some felting. This area is kind of thin here. Wow. So this would be pretty nice on a chair. Now I wonder if you can card the top of it without pulling it all apart. Let's go get the carders and see. Now we put this here. This will be my... There. Now let's get the carders. Where are they? I think they're in the other room. First I want to see what people have been saying. This has to go backwards. All right, so let's go back up here. All right, I'm going to get my carders. Are they in here? I have a bag and I have the carders in it. I had the fleece. I was putting bits of fleece in there too. Down the carders. So these are for straightening out the wool. But I think they just take forever to use. And you have to clean them after everything you do. You have to get it all off. So let's see if we can do something here with this. Something small like this. It's probably better to do it in the middle. It shows you where it's not carded, where it's not together enough. do you think? I think it's loosening the top layer a bit. More burdock. Yeah, if it works if I pinch it first. And then it's not going to pull anything apart. But this is good because I'm seeing where it needs more felting. Wow, what a difference, eh? Burdock, burdock, burdock. Do you have burdock where you live? I don't remember having it in Georgia, but I don't know. Now, a lot of the dirt has come through. You see on the table? No, I can see it's not felted here. Good morning. I'm making a live video. How are ya?
Good.
Sleep well?
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, very
What
good.
you doing?
Here, you want me to take the mug?
No, it's okay.
I am felting. Remember the piece that was on the floor by your feet when you sat there
Oh yeah.
in that chair?
Yeah.
Well, I am making it into a wonderful one-piece thing.
I don't want to leave till about noon, Nance, because I want to
That's
make
great.
sure the roads are.
That's
I want
fine.
to make sure the roads are.
I'm not in a hurry. I love it that you're here. Okay, so this is looking really good. I'm impressed. We got quite a bit of snow last night. Hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry you have to go today.
Oh well. I gotta go home sometime.
Yeah.
So. Just be now. Today.
Here, you want to see what I'm doing? Or are you looking at you doing stuff?
So what are you doing?
So I'm using these, and I am needle felting it all together. See, like here's a hole, and here's a hole. So if I take this and I put it like this, it'll stay together. You see? And so I'm able to close up all these holes all through it. See how that stays there now? Oops. Guess not.
What's the difference with this?
Oh, that I was using to, let me put this away. I was using this to loosen up the tops, because the tops are all matted. And so I'm taking all the dirt off of the tops and unmatting them. And then it becomes fluffy.
Very cool. Very cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. So are you making a?
So this is to go back on the floor there.
Oh, to go back on the floor after.
Yeah. I think I need another piece for this. Maybe I'll have to use something out of here. Anyway, I guess I should read all the comments and then I can hang up and we can visit. People have been talking. Hi, guys.
Do you want to sit here?
No, that's fine. You can sit there. I'll sit here. I can turn this so we can see each other. There we go. All right, got to read all the comments. Say hi to everybody, Mary Jane.
Hello. Good morning. How's everybody doing?
All right. Let's see what everybody's been saying. You guys worry about the darndest things. Okay, go up. I was saying to scroll up. Okay, I did, right? Did I get high enough on that? Very smart of you, Nancy, felting them together like that. Don't you love it when you're on a creative roll? Okay, take care with washing your hands. No worries. Of course, when you're finished, I don't mean for you to be going back and forth like to be doing a runaround. No worries. Go up. I was saying scroll up, just making clear. I was just saying that what I said for in general as an overall thing sometime throughout the day. You mean washing your hands with soap and water? For now, anyway. I snipped my finger with some scissors the other day. It bled a while and I forgot about it. Now it's gone. When you're at home, that's Ellen. When you're at home, you don't have to worry so much on germs. Yeah, just probably she'll have to do just for now. Not long likely though. Well, it's already closed up. It's not going to get germy now. That's what I'm trying to get at. More so for when she was to go outdoors, especially to go anywhere, Ellen Brown. Thank you for so much for helping me, you guys. You pointed out the specifics real well. Now, if she poked herself deep with one of those needles, well, I did get a bit of a poke on here. Oh no, don't want that to happen. That laughing emoticon is for as for relief, to see the sweat tear. Oh yes, more like I was smiling, but at the same time, there goes the snowplow. Then we'll have to do the dike. How is the weather in your neck of the world, GJ? Wisconsin's back to cold. Alabama is unusually cold. Temperatures gone down again overnight. It's cold today. Now it's 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Amazing. It was up a lot warmer yesterday, but it's overnight to now. It's cold. Amazing how the temperatures can change that fast. Ellen says we had cold yesterday and colder today.
What happened to my hat?
It's all on the chair. By where I put the blue bag, I put everything on there together because I didn't want you to lose anything. On the news, they said 90-degree change in one day and never before heard of. Is that right? Wow, that's a big change. A couple of days ago that was. Wisconsin's experienced a change too. Wow, Ellen, that's something too. 90-degree change? That's something right there. I know I done hit everybody there too. It done hit everybody there too, Ellen Brown. And Ellen says, I follow Roots and Refuge on YouTube, and their cow got sick from such rapid change. From high to low in 24 hours. See, even the animals was hit too. I guess I should look up some of these people, and so when I want to sit and hang around and not do anything, I could watch these people. That would be better than searching through all the YouTube videos trying to find the latest news on this or that.
I was gonna put this stuff in the truck.
You'll need your boots on to get there.
Got boots on.
It's 4 inches deep. Okay. Supposed to be hard on them fluctuating temperatures. If you tried carding, it would pull the fibers out. Yes. I didn't want to card it. I just wanted to just gently brush the tops with it. I'm still stuck on the big number drop. I'm just stunned. I was wondering if you flipped it over, but that seems to be working. Uh-oh, Nancy, was that a finger poke? Yes. But it's only one, and it didn't bleed everywhere. I was mostly worried that I would get blood everywhere. I can't even find the hole. So it was not a real deep jab or anything. But I've worked with, porcupine quills and stuff, so I'm used to that. I thought that was something here in Missouri when I saw the temperature for this morning. Well, may everyone be able to be nice and warm. Well, I'm nice and warm. It's been hovering just below the freezing mark, going up and down. It's the beginning of maple syrup season. It's below freezing today, but I think it'll probably go up to 1 or something afterwards. Seems a person can't rely on the weather anymore. Isn't that the truth? And all of our gasoline that we're using is really doing a number on the environment, and we're warming up the oceans. Hi, Aaron. I'm reading I'm reading all these things people have been talking about. You can read it all too, eh? person can't rely on the weather anymore. The seasons are still changing, though, as they say, so the temperatures probably would still be going up and down until the seasons of spring really sets into its adjustments. I think that it is the new normal is extremes. Whatever it was before, it's not that way now. If you get a storm, it'll be much worse. If it gets cold, it'll be colder. If it gets hot, it'll be hotter. It's a season of extremes, and everything stays longer because as you warm the ocean, it slows down the jet stream which goes across. And so instead of it just making these wide loops, now it's making loops that are deeper and last longer. We get things like polar vortex because the loops are so much bigger. And El Nino and La Nina. It seems like this is an opposite kind of way too when fall, autumn of the year starts coming in too. One day it will be hot, the next day it will be cooler. Seems cooler temperatures have moved to the southern states. Now one day it's warmer, then it's cold. Yes, they are starting to get snow more than it seems to be happening now in the southern states too, like in Louisiana. This winter Louisiana had some pretty low temps compared to what they usually have been well known for having the winter for sure, low enough to get a nice good amount of snow. Could have been maybe 2 or 3 inches. It doesn't stay long, right? But the trouble with snow, I say it over and over, but I'll say it again. The trouble with snow in the South is not that they don't have equipment, that too, but the real trouble is that the ground is not frozen. And when it snows on the ground that's not frozen, it immediately starts to thaw on the road and you get this slippery, terrible stuff, or ice. And when that happens in the north, it's slippery and terrible too. Only, they do salt and sand, and so it goes away pretty quickly. So you have it lasting longer because you can't remove it. But that's the danger in the south. It's the danger here on our first snow, and even on the last snows, once the ground is not frozen. Except the ground stays frozen longer than... Anyway, whatever. Last year, I had an apple, Ellen said in Wisconsin, last year I had an apple tree freeze all its blossoms before they even opened, and that has never happened before in that tree. Or was it more? We can learn something from that tree, Ellen. I thought I heard 6 inches in the south. What is it? I could have been 6 inches in the south. It's definitely done snowed for them in Louisiana. I know for sure this winter. You made it. Oh. Just enough. Your shoes are just tall enough.
Yeah.
The year before it was 19 Fahrenheit when the blooms made it through. Wow. I mean for more than once in Louisiana. Good morning, Mary Jane. That's Ellen said.
Hello.
And Grateful says, good morning, Mary Jane.
Hello. I don't think I should take this out yet, so I have 2 things to take out with me.
Okay, it's closed up. Oh, it's closed up? It didn't look like it was, though, before now you saying so. Oh, well, then you're cool then. Hi, Erin McLaughlin. Nice to see you. I watch homesteading channels a lot. You know who I like? I watch Survival Lily. I just love it when she goes and camps. I was thinking, the A-frame, if you took the chairs out of there and you put down, like a mattress of cattails. I think I'm going to put a cattail mattress in there. And then maybe I'll just put my chairs on top of it. And then I can just take my chairs off and I'll have a bed there. And I can roll out my fleece blankets. Yeah, the snow is really packy. I walked around this morning about 20 times. That was about 3:30. I couldn't sleep. I woke up and I was just awake. I guess my back hurt. I thought I should walk. All right. I'll go back there. So there's another one I watch. So I watch Survival Lily. And I watch... There's another girl that's Chinese, I think, and she lives with her grandmother and grandfather, or maybe just her grandmother, and she makes things from scratch. Like she'll grow the soybeans, and then she'll do everything with the soybeans, and the end product is she's made soy sauce or miso. And then other times she'll like she'll grow cotton. Like she'll put cotton seeds in the ground. She's planting all this cotton and she's harvesting the cotton. It's just a little patch. And then she fluffs it all and she works it all and takes the seeds out. And next thing you know, she's got a cotton mattress or cotton comforter for her grandmother. Like, unbelievable stuff she does. She's cool. I like watching her. And survival prepper or survival lily. She'll go into the woods and she'll build herself a small lean-to, and she gets there.
Okay, if I have an apple.
Of course, help yourself, anything you want. Okay, I guess I got to get off here because I got to visit with Mary Jane. So some of the fleece I've been working on, I've been felting it. So when you go back through it, if you do, Ellen says, have a good trip back home, Mary Jane. And Grateful says, have a safe trip home, Mary Jane.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Isn't it the ozone? You don't hear much on that anymore. Well, the ozone, there's a hole in the ozone, which is prominent in the spring and fall, but then it kind of closed up. It mended for a while, but now it's back. And so you do get much hotter and much colder. Like our May is so blisteringly hot. You can't walk on the deck. It's so hot with bare feet. But then June it cools down, and July it's okay. It's not very humid in May, but it's more humid in July and August. June and July, and in the middle or near the end of July, it gets really hot for a few days. Like it might go up to 100, but like less than a week. Maybe you can count them on one hand. How many? Like we went to 104 once last summer, and once or twice the summer, something like that. But then in August, in the evening, you wear your jacket, and I find it's too cold to go swimming because you get out of the water loses its heat pretty quickly. Anyway, and first frost can happen anywhere from early September on, and it's pretty normal that we have the wood stove on around my birthday, middle of September. I remember one year being outraged that it was the 21st of September and it was cold enough for a wood stove. I was from Georgia, right? Okay, so thank you guys for watching. This has been fun. So this whole video has been weaving on the loom and sitting and chatting with you for a while, and then looking at the fleece that was on the floor here, putting it on the table, and needle felting all the cracks. And you're right, there's still cracks, and as I hold it up, I can see them now. But I think it's coming along. I think it's going to work. It's so much better than it was. It's almost ready. I mean, it's one mat, right? Look at it before and now. And I'll wash it. I'll bang it a lot and see if I can get more of the dirt out of it. Because I can't pull it, because I'll wreck it all. But there's not much dirt on it anyway. Okay, so bye. Thanks for being here with me. See you later. And remember, you can do this at home. Results may differ.